What up, everybody? This is the intro video. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Corey Munze. I've basically documenting me launching a race team as well as all the progress that goes along with it. I own a detail business, Lux Precision Auto Works. Been at it since about 2019, right before the pandemic. Things really took off, and that's kind of where the idea of what I'm doing now was started. I kind of start, in 2019, and we're probably going to ping pong around all over on this intro video. So basically, long and the short, started a detail business in 2019 for a pair of boots, motocross boots. I've got a pair of Alpine StarTech 7s, whatever. Blew them out after a race, I think in Oklahoma. It may have been a local race here in Kingsville, Missouri. I can't remember. Anyway, all I needed was $700. And one afternoon, driving home from training with a buddy of mine, I looked at my truck and it's pretty filthy. Like, did snow removal and some other stuff in the winter with another buddy that I worked with, that I rode with, and more or less between salt water, I guess, whatever it is that the stuff that you put on roads and sidewalks turns into when it dries, was all over the carpet of the truck. So the truck was filthy. Obviously had a big group of friends that I rode dirt bikes with, and whatever. So long and the short, post a before and after of my truck, and next thing I know, my phone's ringing. There are a few people I hit up to do basic car washes, whatever, just for content, but for the most part, what's this button do? Well, that's pretty cool. So again, this is an intro video. Probably gonna be a lot of stuff I do in here that you guys are gonna laugh at. We're absolutely 100% following the Joe Rogan method of just going for it. That there is no right answer. But anyway, back to what was going on with the detailing. 3 months later, I wind up with like $5,000, and I still don't have a pair of boots. I hit the guy up that I bought my Mustang from, that I'm working on now, and wanted to basically buy it back. I sold the car back in 2018. I got out of the car business, and I'm terrible. Got out of the car business, got into mortgages. It was a lot harder than I expected to get started, and I needed money. So I sold the car and was in the middle of building it, so parted it out some to buy parts, and then ultimately ended up just selling the whole thing to basically survive through the early half of 2018 until I could start making money. Then, in 2019, bought the car back. It was a shell when I sold it. It was basically a shell when I got it back. So it had glass, it had wheels and tires, it had suspension, sort of. K-member, basically it was as we call it in the racing world, a roller. And there's a lot of stuff on it that I didn't like. So as soon as I got it back, all the stock steering column, anything and everything I didn't like about the car when I sold it, gone. So it was supposed to just be a budget, LS swap, which it was. But I was still getting rid of, basically getting rid of stock stuff for bolt-in stuff. Doug Cook, Motion Raceworks, produces some of the nicest bolt-in manual brakes, steering column, like a lot of solutions to make these cars a lot lighter and more race friendly. And so basically it turned into a build pretty quick. Strange brakes, Menser shocks and struts, like it's now in its current state, it's built. So that's where we're starting. Just about, I can't even remember. I guess I bought the car in November of 2019. COVID hit March of 20. And that's kind of when it really got serious. I was working from home making decent money. The car was in the garage. If I wasn't working, I was on the car, or I was riding dirt bikes. COVID was better than it should have been, probably, to me, as far as what I got to go do and things I did, whatever. It sucks. We're 5 minutes in. I haven't talked about shit. Oh, damn it. So basically, where we're at, this is awful. If anybody watches this, it's whatever. It'll be an outtake. So basically, this is the intro to where we're going from right now forward. The car's built. It's got a aluminum LS in it, power glide, nitrous, basic stuff. We're just getting our feet wet. The plan is to go out, make as many low 9, high 8 second passes, however fast a lightweight Fox body with a nitrous LS will go. All that's going to be in here. As time goes, I'm going to start working on and getting content of working on the car, between rounds content. Anything to do with the car is going on here. And I've also, because social media is obviously probably the easiest way to get a message out and build a following, just launched a podcast on Spotify. I got, I think, 10 episodes up. They're just kind of ramblings, a little bit like this intro video is. But Rollin' Sevens Racing Podcast, again, Corey Munze, it's on Spotify. I'll put the link in the bio or whatever the cool thing is to do. So really the plan is to finish the car, race as much as possible, share it with you all, and then find a way, whether it be through fan donations, scrubbing carpet and polishing paint, through whatever it takes to get to Frank Hawley's driving school, to get some sort of license. Ideally, a 6.0 cert would be the coolest. I should have a car that meets the prerequisite to make the class. Obviously, limited experience driving anything fast. I think my fastest pass today, it's like a 1250. Like, we're starting from nothing. This is about as grassroots get. So like I said, this channel is going to be dedicated to a lot of racing content, whether it be mountain bikes, dirt bikes, cars, etc. And as I've kind of talked about earlier in the video, we're totally spitballing. This is all unscripted. This is complete 100% tongue-in-cheek as it happens. And that's kind of why hopefully the editing side of this makes everything easier, because I really don't have a direction other than racing cars for a living and whatever it takes to get there. So